Welcome to Women in Cleantech and Sustainability's virtual happy hour. I am your host, Lisa Ann Pinkerton, founder and chairwoman, and our co-host for this event is Orion Energy Partners. We're really excited to have them. They have done a fantastic job of bringing together an unprecedented group of investors that I'm quite honored and impressed to see here today. So thank you all for joining us. You could be anywhere tonight. Certainly could be, doing whatever you like, and you're here with us. So we're really excited to have you. We have a few housekeeping items that we're going to go through before we get to the short presentation and the virtual networking. So next slide, please. This is our agenda. We're in the arrival and welcome section. I hope you liked our little music intro to cover up the awkwardness of the everybody getting online at once situation for these Zoom meetings. We're gonna, our co-host and originator of this event, Sue Yang, is gonna do a little bit of an introduction for us. Then we're gonna go to breakout sessions. And we have these icebreakers for you to help facilitate the conversation. And each breakout session is also going to have a facilitator to help you with the conversation. So our first breakout session would be what 2 or 3 things matter most to you in making an investment or finding the right capital partner, depending on what side of the table you're on, right? And so we'll have about a 10-minute networking breakout session, and then we'll come back to the group, and anybody can popcorn in what they learned or what was discussed in their meeting. The facilitators also might help with that. And then we'll go out to another breakout room. That icebreaker question will be, where do you see the biggest gaps in clean tech today? You'll have another 10 minutes to chat, meet new people. We'll come back and reshare. And then this is optional because we understand that we had originally set a 6 o'clock time for ending this event, but we recognize we have so many people on this call. There's over 100 people right now on this call, and we're expecting more. It's unprecedented, and we're super excited. So we wanted to give you a third breakout session so that you would have more of an opportunity to meet more people. So the third breakout session, should you choose to stay, it's not required, optional, is where do you see the most exciting developments in the clean tech ecosystem in today's environment? And then we will have a wrap up. So a little bit about women in clean tech and sustainability, in case you are slightly unfamiliar. We are now an international women's organization that is focused on fostering the roles of women in the green economy and also having a positive impact on the environment. We are doing weekly virtual events. We're all virtual now. And we also have a pretty good mentorship program that's frequently oversubscribed. We do TED-style conferences every year with Google. This year, it's going to be a virtual series in 4 parts, which includes a pitch competition that is focused on female founders or females in the C-suite of the startup. We started that back in 2018 when we recognized that nobody in the United States had held a pitch competition specifically for women-led startups in the clean tech and sustainability space. So we're pretty proud to have started that one. Also, we have a jobs board, which people really enjoy. And we have a few events coming up. So I'm going to quickly run through some of these because I know everybody's excited to get to the networking piece. Plug and Play is going to be joining us next week. We're going to talk about electricity and smart cities. The Marin Energy Transportation Group is going to meet with us. We're going to talk about public EV charging. I'm going to give a talk on how to communicate the importance of being active on climate change to people who are inactive, in denial about climate change and its effects. That's a virtual workshop. So it's a 10-minute TED Talk, and then people will get a chance to workshop the learnings in there. The Clean Power Alliance is going to join us. We're going to have some speed mentorship in August. And also a clean tech recruiter page, Carturo, is going to join us for a fireside chat for both how employers and employees can address the clean tech recovery and have the best talent and the best jobs. So these are all of our events. You can find them on our website. You can join our public calendar. So all the events are automatically into your scheduler. And we actually, you notice there's a lot of virtual stuff here. I told you we've gone all virtual now. We have a new announcement that we just made this week. In case you missed it, our Vice Chairwoman, Sarah Fuentes, is going to tell you about it really quickly. Sarah?
Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Sarah Fuentes, and I am super excited to share with you our new virtual membership. We launched this week, and the great thing about this virtual membership is that we get to build bridges. And what I mean by that is that not only are we in a time that's totally different for everybody, none of us are in the normal time, and I don't think we'll ever get back to normal. And this gives us a great opportunity to connect people internationally, men, women that want to be a part and that want to get to know what it is that we are doing. We give people access to these virtual happy hours every single week. So do you want to be a part of our great thing that we're doing? Please join us and be a part of us. It gives you an opportunity to get access to new opportunities, new jobs. If you have a job or a company that you want to post jobs, give us a call, let us know, we'll make it happen for you. And an opportunity to network. This organization has not only added so much to my personal life, but also to my business life, and has elevated me in ways that I couldn't imagine. So this virtual membership, we want to be able to build bridges with men and women within any organization that you are part of or whatever business that you are part of. We want to be able to connect you with the right people, inspire you to make a change at your job, inspire you to do the right thing, and to support clean tech and sustainability ambitions. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. That's great. I love it. You're our hype woman, and I love it. Anybody who is in this event today and you paid to be here and you want to become a member of WCS at the virtual level or the chapter level, but let's be honest, everything's virtual right now. If you sign up today, we will give you a reimbursement for your ticket today. And we'd love to have you. Actually, before we even made this announcement, we'd sold 3 virtual tickets from people just going to the website. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, Zoom etiquette. I know you guys have been on a lot of Zoom calls, so I'm not going to go through this too deeply, but we really encourage networking here. So please take the time to post your LinkedIn profile in the chat. Let us know who you are, what you're up to, and encourage people to link in with you. And also do us a favor, should you want to, obviously nothing is required, put your full name in your Zoom video window, and you can do that by clicking on your 3 little dots in the upper right hand corner. That way it'll make it a lot easier for people to find you on LinkedIn should they want to. And please mute yourself appropriately. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our speaker for tonight, the woman who made this meeting happen. Without her, we wouldn't all be here today. So please welcome Sue Yang from Orion Energy Partners, and she's going to walk you through a very short presentation she put together to give everybody a little bit of context before you go into your breakout sessions.
Great, thanks so much, Lisa. And I want to just first throw a shout out to WCS because I had attended one of their very first virtual happy hours at the start of this whole COVID situation. And while I was zoomed out from everything else, I found their format to be really refreshing here. And that was the inspiration for doing this and seeing how, while we're limited on travel, we actually have increased opportunities to build broader, stronger ecosystems and create the kind of win-wins and equal opportunity that times like this, I think, really get us to be more motivated to do. And I'd be remiss to note as well that while this is an event that has some phenomenal women who put the women in clean tech into sustainability, we are also joined by a great cast of man-ambassadors, as we like to call them out there. And I think tonight, if you look around, we are really celebrating all kinds of diversity and inclusion of those who are allies, whether it's ambassadors in this forum or others elsewhere. So without further ado here, I'm going to turn it over to the fantastic investors and enablers of this ecosystem who have joined us from all the coast tonight. I've told everyone they only have 15 seconds to do a quick introduction here, so I will be ruthless, and apologies in advance if I have to cut you off. But just so that we can get to the breakout sessions as well. So what we're going to do to introduce everyone is use a little bit of a framework so that we set this up right. So we're going to go from earliest stage to latest stage on those who are enabling the ecosystem, providing equity and providing debt. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to Kelly, I believe, on WCS.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I serve on the board of WCS, leading the membership committee. Our pitch competition started 2 years ago as a first of its kind female-focused clean tech pitch competition. We're seeking seed and Series A companies to apply, open August 21.
Thanks, Kelly. ARPA? Jim or Matt? All right, we'll turn it over to the Bright Energy team.
Hey, it's Sarah here in Warren, Ohio. We've had a big day with Lordstown Motors unveiling their truck. Rick and Jeff on my team are also on here, and we hope to have a fund early 2021.
Hey, this is James. Can you hear me?
Yep, go for it.
Hey, sorry about that. I didn't know how to unmute myself. So I'm James Zaylor. I'm with ARPA-E. I'm happy to be here. So we are the DARPA of energy. So we're early stage, high impact, high reward technology investors in the energy space. And I lead a team that's focused on commercializing and bringing those technologies to the next step in their development toward a product. So I'm happy to be here.
Oh, Brian from Clean Texas. I'm not sure if I saw him on. Okay, I'll throw it over to Grow at Innovation Norway.
Oh goodness, I guess we're a little unlucky with these first few. If Grow's not on the line, I'm happy to talk about Innovation Norway. That is my day job. Women in Clean Tech is my hobby. Innovation Norway is my day job. This is Kelly. And we do grants, loans, and guarantees for primarily Norwegian companies. We also have funding for innovative projects in the United States and in other foreign markets, as well as Norway. Focused on clean tech and sustainability, of course.
Thanks, Kelly. I'll throw it over to the Lacey team in Los Angeles.
Wonderful. Hello, everyone. I'm Adriana Embis, and my colleague is also here, Georgie Walker. We're the LA Clean Tech Incubator, serving clean tech startups in Southern California and the Los Angeles areas. And we have other programs, and our core mission is to build an inclusive green economy. And we have an application open for our Light Touch network access program now. So if you know any LA startups, please get us connected. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Adriana. Alex at Urban Future Lab.
Hey, it's Alex Foucault from the Urban Future Lab. We are an accelerator and incubator based in Brooklyn, New York, helping everyone scale their clean tech startup in the New York market. So we always have applications open, so definitely reach out.
Thanks, Alex. Hara at Third Derivative.
Really happy to be here. It's Hara at Third Derivative. We're a new initiative spearheaded by Rocky Mountain Institute. We're a new climate tech accelerator, vertically integrated with committed multi-stage venture capital, a corporate network, and the regulatory and policy connections of RMI. And we want to focus on the hard problem in the climate tech space. We have our application open for another 3 weeks until July 15th.
Thanks, Hara. Juliana.
Hi, everybody. So this is Juliana. I'm with Greentown Labs. Greentown Labs is an incubator for climate tech companies in Somerville, Boston. And I'm glad to say that I'm employee number 1 for Houston, our Houston expansion that was just announced last week. We're planning to open our building in Q1 2021, but we're accepting applications for the building and also for virtual memberships.
Thanks, Juliana. Over to Alabama.
Hi there, Nate Schmidt, Managing Director, Techstars Alabama Energy Tech Accelerator. Our first class of 10 companies kicks off in September. We'll be making $1.2 million of investment in 10 energy tech and clean tech companies.
Thanks, Nate. Paul at Clean Energy Trust.
Hey, Sue. Hi, everyone. Paul Seidler here, ambassador from the Midwest. I'm with Clean Energy Trust. We're a seed stage fund based in Chicago. We invest in clean tech startups throughout the mid-continent.
Thanks, Paul. Hi, Molly.
Hi, this is Molly Shore from EA Angels. We're a group of 80 plus and growing angel investors who invest in clean tech startups defined broadly in the US and Canada. We invest individually as part of a fund, sometimes through syndication, and we have a new philanthropic Decarbonate US fund that uses charitable donations to invest.
Thanks, Molly. Thanks for joining from Seattle. Over
And
to Maria.
membership is more broad than Seattle. It's nationwide.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Over to Maria, a powerhouse.
Hey everybody, this is Marie Thompson from Powerhouse Ventures. We are a pre-seed and seed stage venture capital fund. We invest in software-enabled clean energy and mobility solutions, including anything that follows the three Ds: decarbonized, digitized, and democratized clean energy and mobility. So thanks again for hosting.
Thanks, Maria. Okay. Is Judy on at Energy Foundry? I think she was looking for the link there. If not, we'll skip over to Amy at Prime Impact Fund and come back.
Hi everyone, Amy Dufour here, a principal at Prime Impact Fund. At Prime, we invest in transformative technology companies with gigaton scale climate impact.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks for joining from Boston. Back over to San Francisco to Katha and Radical Impact.
Hello, thanks for having us to Radical Impact. We're an early stage impact venture fund. So we invest in seed and Series A across 3 sectors we call good food, good money, and good climate.
Excellent. Thanks, Katha. And I just saw Judy join, so I'm going to totally put her on the spot right now for her intro. Perfect timing there, if you're ready.
She just got in, so you might want to tell her again.
Oh, okay. Hey, Judy. I saw you just joined. Perfect timing. If you want to jump in on the intro for Energy Foundry, to put you right on the spot.
Sure, the 15-minute intro.
Yeah, second.
I'm sorry, second. So, hi, I'm Judy. Energy Foundry, as you see, is a venture investor in the seed kind of Series A stages, and we'll invest in hardware, material science, software businesses.
Perfect. Thanks, Judy, and for this very quick reaction there. All right. Going back over to LA with Caroline and Blue Bear.
We skipped Silicon Valley Bank, but happy to go now. Hi, Carolyn at Blue Bear Capital. I'm actually based in Berkeley. I have my colleague Vaughn here also. Vaughn, you want to say hello?
Hello. Hi, guys.
We invest in software and data-driven business models for the whole energy supply chain, seed to Series B in the broadest sense, and want to challenge everybody here. I think we're the most diverse investment team in this group.
That's awesome.
Let me know if you think differently.
Won't contest it. Thanks, Caroline. Thanks, Vaughn. Over to Boston now with Breakthrough Energy. Bhargavi?
Sure. Thanks, Sue. Thanks for hosting. My name is Bhargavi Chava. At Breakthrough Energy Ventures, we invest in companies that reduce greenhouse gas emissions by at least 0.5 gigaton. And we invest across 5 different areas, including buildings, transportation, manufacturing, food and agriculture, and electricity. Nice to meet you all.
Thanks so much. Bouncing back to the West Coast, to KOSLA, Rajesh?
Sure. Hi, this is Rajesh Swaminathan from KOSLA Ventures. I have my colleague Alice Brooks also here joining. We have invested and continue to invest in Cleantech, in solar, batteries, electrochromic windows. Really looking forward to the team here.
Thanks, Rajesh. To Prelude and Brian.
Yeah, hi. So Prelude Ventures, we invest in anything that at scale will reduce carbon emissions. Also based here in San Francisco. I might be the only one on the call that's in their office right now, so sitting out of the Ferry building.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. Back down to Houston to Barbara and Drew with Chevron.
Is Drew on? He can give the intro, otherwise I will. Drew?
Hey everybody, I'm Drew with Chevron Technology Ventures. We are the venture arm of Chevron, where we champion external innovation. Our future fund is probably the one that intersects most with this group. We look to invest in companies that lower the emissions of oil and gas or enable low carbon value chains.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Drew. Thanks, Barbara. Maite Quinn from Closed Loop Partners is joining a little bit later, so you might catch her in one of the breakouts.
I'm here.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, thanks for letting me in a little bit late. But yeah, my name is Maite Quinn with Closed Loop Partners, and we invest in the circular economy. Our largest investors are largest CPG and retailers like Unilever, Walmart, and Nestle. And what makes us a little bit different is I'm not from the finance industry. I come from the recycling industry. So a different perspective.
Mike is definitely the go-to on that front. Thanks for joining. Over back down to Houston to Dan and Teresa with SCF.
Hey guys, Dan West down here in Houston at SCF with my colleague Teresa Eaton, who's on the call. We're proud partners with Juliana and Jason at Greentown Labs Houston, and very pumped to see that get up and running here soon. Through our SCF Ventures arm, we do seed and Series A and B investing, and then we can also support more sort of growth-oriented and mature companies through our SCF Partners arm. So excited to see everybody.
Hey everyone,
Thanks,
great to meet you.
Thanks, Teresa, for joining. Oh, it went wrong direction there. Sorry. All right, we're moving into these earlier stage kind of Series A, Series B investors, and I'll throw it over to the Anthesis team to kick us off.
Yeah,
there.
hi everybody. My name is Josh Whitney with Anthesis Group. We're a 500-person global sustainability consultancy, and we've recently launched Anthesis Ventures with the dual focus of operating as a strategic CVC focused on software and technology enabling our consulting services. And then we're also helping to scale climate tech and sustainability themed startups with our 800+ clients.
Thanks, Josh. And over to Chicago with Buoyant.
Hi, yes, Allison Myers here representing Buoyant Ventures. My partners, Amy Francetic and Danielle Hulla, are also a part of this, so offices in both Chicago as well as Boston. We are raising and doing deals. So raising the fund and doing deals, we focus on investing in digital solutions for climate risk. So across a number of industries, but focused with a digital lens. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Allison. Over back to Ohio with Masha and Thrive Capital. Oh, she might not be on. All right, we'll keep going here. Back over to San Francisco with the Emerson Collective team.
Hi, Krishna Okoye with Emerson Collective. My colleague Nika Duan is also on as well. Emerson Collective is we probably know many of you, but we're a single family office focused on, in the venture side, investing across numerous spaces in tech. On the environmental and energy side, we've done both hardware and software, and really looking to invest in spaces where we can innovate around infrastructure broadly. And we've done everything from sweet spots, guys, Series B, Series C, but we have a wide spectrum that we can lean towards.
Thanks, Christian. Thanks, Nika, for joining. Brad with Leaf.
Hi, yes. So my name is Brad Caven, and I'm the founder of Leaf. Leaf is a sustainable investment platform that focuses on investing in the area between venture capital and mature markets, focused on areas where there's a kind of an immediate institutional maturation story, and with a capital intensity focus.
Excellent. Thanks, Brad. Over to Maria with Energy Impact Partners.
Awesome. Thanks, Sue. Happy to be here. Maria with EIP. We are a global investment platform that's backed by a coalition of over 20 power and gas utilities and other strategics in the space. We mainly make equity investments, sort of Series A and beyond, but also have a credit fund and have recently started to make forays into the infrastructure and project finance space to support our portfolio of equity investments. Excited to be here.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Maria. And I apologize. I missed Silicon Valley Bank earlier in the debt category for earlier stage pre-seeds. I'm going to throw off the order slightly and turn it over to Mona and the team there.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Mona representing SVB. We're a banking partner to the innovation economy broadly. But for over a decade, we've had a practice focusing on sustainability and energy. And we kind of span the spectrum, as you can see on the bottom, from early through late stage, and we're national. So reach out. We're everywhere. Thanks.
Great, and I know Mona's got some of her colleagues from Austin, Texas on, and as you mentioned, are elsewhere too.
Yep, Houston, and I'm here in San Francisco with another colleague, Kelsey, in San Francisco as well. So thanks.
Perfect. Thanks, Mona. Staying on the debt theme and over to the East Coast with New York Green Bank.
Thanks, Sue. I'm Caroline Dunn with New York Green Bank, and I'm joined here today by my colleague, Kim Earl. New York Green Bank is a state-sponsored fund aiming to address financing gaps in the New York's clean energy market. Our financing solutions are primarily project or structured financings, and we focus on investments in proven technology working to achieve scale.
Thanks, Caroline. And still in the debt side too, going over to Denver, the Wells Fargo team.
Hi, Sue. Thanks very much. I'm Emily Masters from Wells Fargo. So we partner with clients in the clean tech space. We have the clean tech vertical by which we provide banking services such as revolving lines of credit, acquisition financing, or any other debt financing or banking product you may need from Series A to B onwards.
Excellent. Thanks, Emily. Okay, shifting a little bit over into Series B. Monica and G2VP.
Hi everyone, I'm Monica Varman from G2VP. We typically make late stage venture and growth investments, so $10 to $20 million checks in companies in the sustainability space and digitization of industry.
Thanks, Monica. Katie.
Hey, thanks, Sue. Katie McLean with Energize Ventures. We're a venture fund out of Chicago, and we invest in digital solutions for the next generation of energy and industry. I'm excited to be here.
Great, thanks so much. All right, shifting over one stage further with Series C plus teams. I'll turn it over to the CPPIB team.
Hi, this is Caroline from the Thematic Investing Group, CPPIB. We're a Canadian pension fund. We've got a relatively new strategy focused on mid to late stage venture investments across companies and climate change teams such as food tech, agriculture, transportation, and others. I think also here is my colleague David Colt, who's in our energy and resources group. David, if you're on, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Thanks so much, Caroline and Sue, for having us. Yeah, so in our group, we focus exclusively on energy transition, which for us means growth equity investments, roughly $15 to $75 million equity checks into energy efficiency, energy storage, cleaner energy generation, as well as carbon capture, use, and sequestration.
Awesome. Thanks to both for joining. Going back to a little bit of a blend of equity and debt players in the similar stage, turn it over to the Macquarie GIG team here.
Hi everyone, Sky Dalmato from the GIG. I'm joined by my colleagues Ariane and Gemma, and so we're a global team of over 400 people now, investing in green technologies and large-scale green energy projects across solar, wind, storage, waste, carbon capture, and electric mobility. So great to be here, thanks.
Thanks so much. Marissa and Asher?
Hey there, thanks so much, Sue. I'm Marissa, I work at Generate Capital, and I'm joined by my colleague Asher. We tend to invest in projects that are broadly considered sustainable infrastructure. This ranges from solar to anaerobic digesters to battery storage, and we typically partner with developers and equipment manufacturers to enable them to build out their pipeline. Asher, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Asher Goldman. I work with Marissa primarily in the organic waste space, financing mostly anaerobic digestion projects.
Awesome. Thanks to both of you. Back over to New York with the mission-driven team. Oh, okay. We'll move on to Orion Energy Partners, and I'm actually going to turn it over to one of our ambassadors out of Houston, Josh.
Hey everybody, Josh Shishkoff, one of Sue's colleagues on the Orion team. So we're a credit fund focused on kind of structured, I'd say everything from mid to late stage growth to mature growing companies in the energy and energy related infrastructure spaces broadly. And I think of late, we're kind of leaning more towards a lot of environmentally innovative and sustainable types of projects. Some of our recent investments kind of lean in that direction.
Excellent. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Sue.
All right, moving over to later stage players. Is Carolina Pana on? All right, if not, over to Raluca.
Hi, everyone. This is Raluca Flora with Bergal. We're a mid-market private equity fund, already deployed $500 million in various verticals of the energy sector. And now with our new fund, we're focusing on the environmental side of sustainability.
Thanks, Raluca. Okay, and then we're in our final stage here with those in the more mature ongoing space. Is Rahul on with SER?
I am on. Thank you very much. It is my first opportunity to get to know women in clean tech sustainability. So thanks for the opportunity. I am the managing partner of SER Capital Partners. SER stands for Sustainable, Environmental, Renewable. We invest really in the middle market, partner with great management teams. We are woman and minority owned, and we're actively growing. So that's just a little bit on ourselves. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Rahul. And finally, to cap us off, Steve and Pathik with Bain Capital.
Thanks, Sue. I don't think Steve was able to join today, but I'm happy to meet everyone and take the baton. I'm Pathik Shah. I'm with Bain Capital Double Impact. We're a middle market impact investment firm, part of the larger Bain Capital platform. We're focused on investing in mission-driven management teams across a variety of sectors, including in the clean tech and broader sustainability space.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Pathik, and thanks everyone for keeping to the time as well. We encourage everyone to connect further afterwards. I know this definitely wasn't proper time to get to know everyone, but without further ado, I'll turn it back over to the WSC team to teleport us into breakouts and take us thereafter.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Sue. This is great. I mean, it's unprecedented bringing this many people together. And we know that women-led companies tend to have a little bit more of a struggle in terms of financing. So we're really excited for you all to be here and learn a little bit more about some of the companies that we've brought together. Kelly is going to beam us up into the breakout rooms, and we're going to come back and we're going to shorten the time that we have to regroup so that we can maximize the time that you have to network, so that we can still let you go about 5 minutes after 6. Okay, so prepare to be teleported. Kelly, please do your thing.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the main hub room that you're still in. I will work to get you all transported. I see a few of you don't have camera on. Are you there though? Just checking.
I am.
Hi, Kyle. Great.
I am as well. Just give me a moment. This is Erin Kelly's talking.
Judy's here as well.
All right, Judy. I am going to send you over to 10. Kyle, we'll see you later. Meredith, have a good time. This is fantastic. Should maybe almost just have a room of our own, but we're gonna send you onwards. Sign to. Sign you. And then Erin, I'm gonna put you into, what's your lucky number, Erin, between 1 and 18?
9.
All right, you got it. See you later. Hi, Amanda, are you there? Hello, Amanda. Let's see, maybe your voice is supposed to be somewhere with you. Amanda to 17. Oh. Hi, Amanda. Can you hear me? I'm gonna have to kick you out because I cannot hear you, my friend. Sorry about that. Hello. Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I got bumped out of the Zoom. My thing disconnected.
No problem. Just waiting for you to show up at the top of my little, there you are. Adriana Embus? No, you're Emily.
I'm Emily, yeah.
Well, it's good to meet you, Emily. I'm sorry
Yeah,
I'm
nice
not
to meet you.
showing up on my little thingamabob, but maybe you and I could just say hello if that's okay.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. That works for me.
Yeah. So what brings you here? Are you a Women in Cleantech member?
Yeah, so I actually work at Wells Fargo in their Cleantech group.
Yeah.
So we met Sue, the head of our team, and I met Sue when we were just talking about some deals and wanting to get connected, and she mentioned this happy hours on tonight. So thought it'd be a great way to get further connected into the Cleantech community. So we're obviously a national group, but I'm in Denver, so I focus on the central region. So we work for different, work in different region focuses, but as a group, we cover the entire country.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Adrian.
I got kicked out of my breakout room.
That happened to Emily too. Is that right, Emily?
Yeah, mine just froze while people were going into the breakout room. So then when I reconnected, I just ended up here.
Oh, okay, got you.
Well, would you like to go back or do you want to hang out with us? Totally up to you.
We can hang out. Let's do that.
Okay, great. Yeah. That's great. And Raluca, are you there? Just checking. I'm gonna kick you out. Please come back.
Oh man.
This is where all the technical difficulties come, but it's always fun because, you know, everyone's fun to chat with.
Yeah, of course.
So what brings you here, Adriana?
Yeah, so I am part of the Los Angeles Cleantech Incubator. We run really great programs for cleantech startups down in Los Angeles and in the SoCal area, and I run the impact fund there. So it's like my job is a real cool hybrid of being an investor, but also kind of really understanding what the cleantech landscape looks like specifically for startups in Southern California. And so it's been quite a journey. I wasn't in cleantech before, I was in the finance industry, but I really enjoy it. So nice to see y'all and talk to you.
Lucky you. Yeah, I really admire Lacey as an organization. Every time I get
I love Lacey. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we leverage you as well at my company, Innovation Norway. I find that there's ways for us to work together because we support Norwegian cleantech startups to enter the US ecosystem, and we're highly maritime focused.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's great. There was one of our partners in our worked at Techstars Norway too, Patrick from Techstars in LA. Yeah, so it's great to see some folks from the area.
I heard Techstars on the call too from somewhere else, a state that started with A, I think.
Alabama.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
I think it was Alabama, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was like, oh wow, Alabama's on.
I was a project engineer. I used to work offshore in the Gulf of Mexico for a company called Subsea 7. And I'd have to drive from where I lived in Houston, either to Alabama or Louisiana to get on the boat to go offshore.
Jeez, that's a long drive.
Yeah, it's a good drive. It's a good drive. But excuse my language, bumfuck middle of nowhere, Alabama and Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I'm from Georgia. Where are you from, Emily? Are you from Australia?
Yes, I am. I was waiting to see what you would guess. Yes, I'm from
wait, I guess New Zealand first, and I was like, wait, maybe I'm wrong.
Everyone always guesses New Zealand. I feel like New Zealand is now like a really cool country, you know?
Yeah.
Really having its moment, I feel like. So I get a lot of New Zealand. But yeah, I'm from Australia. So I've been in Denver for 2 years, previously working at Citibank in Sydney, and moved over to Denver, and I've been working at Wells Fargo in their Cleantech. They have a technology group which has a Cleantech vertical, so that's the group that I'm in. Yeah, so really have been enjoying it so far. It's been great.
Awesome.
Hey ladies, welcome back to the main hub room.
Oh, yay.
Hey, all.
The first breakout room went really well. Everybody was talking, so I didn't have to do much.
Nia.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Welcome back to the main room.
Oh, so this is the main room. This is not another breakout.
No, you're back in the main room, and I will teleport you again when the time is right.
Okay.
But there's 19 seconds left till everyone gets actually kicked out. So when you guys get that little notification of 60 seconds remaining, that means that in 60 seconds, it will automatically send you here to me.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yep. What company are you with, Brad? It just says Brad's iPad, so I don't know who you are.
Oh, it does? Oh, sorry. How do I got to figure that out. I'm the founder of Leaf. We're an investment platform. We focus on bridging the gap between venture capital and mature markets.
Brad. B3 Leafgren? No.
It's never enough time.
I got to figure out how to change the settings here. Meeting settings.
It's never enough time. But you know what? This is all about getting people connected together, and then we hope that you will take the initiative to go into LinkedIn, connect with each other, email each other, and have a broader conversation, right? There's never enough time in these things. It's really just that to get people together. So what did we talk about in our breakout sessions? Does anybody want to share?
I'll share for our group quick. I think pretty unanimously across everyone, the team was incredibly important. But what did differ is the aspects we're looking in a team. So we had two groups that were investing in energy solutions. One group was looking for teams that wanted to partner with the big firms out there because they're a part of the transition, while another was not looking for that and just solely focused on the new innovations going on in the renewable economy.
All right, that's great. In our group, we talked a lot about teams. So one group thought one set of people thought that the teams were the most important thing that you're investing in, but then another thought it's really more about the technology first, and then you can sort of cultivate those teams. And one of the companies that was in our group mentioned that they were really looking for partners that were willing to transcend business models and think outside of the box with them.
Awesome. I'll jump in real quick. And by the way, I'll note to everyone, you can save down the chats so you can get everyone's contacts thereafter as well. In our group, Barbara at Chevron mentioned how supply chain has become an increasing focus for both their existing portfolio companies and new opportunities. And then Amy at Prime Impact talked about how impact has, of course, further been of focus, which is actually true too for us at Orion, even though we're not an impact fund. Because our investors care, our team cares, all of our partners kind of do too. And that echoes with Sandy and David at Aram Mutable as a company looking for a capital partner as well.
I can go next if that's okay. So my group talked a lot about, I liked how the first thing we talked about was patience and how patience is really important in the investment process. And truly listening to your customers' needs is really important. And also just having an innate good fit. One of our members invests only in the digital side, so she has a very broad lens as far as what environmental issues they invest in, but it's mostly in the digital sense, so just being very focused on the topic that they're investing in, which is digital solutions. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Wonderful. How about two more people before we go in the next breakout session?
Chris, Ho, can you share what you shared in our group about the three things that you're looking for? Because I feel that that's awesome.
Sure. So just as a little background, I work at Vickers, which is a global deep tech firm. So it's not just clean tech that we look at. It's also biotech, life sciences, nanotech, advanced material, et cetera. So the three things for us that we think about are three lenses. One is the technology, of course. We want to find companies that have some sort of proprietary breakthrough. The other two, we strive to avoid risk. So we want to know that a company has a very strong IP strategy, a way to defend whatever it is that they're making. Again, it's generally some sort of breakthrough. And we also strive to avoid any market risk. So we really want to know or want to see that there's some sort of demand pool, as opposed to a company having to go out there and educate everybody about this is why you need our solution, right? We want a much more clearer demand pool, visible already, preferably.
I thought that was great. Thank you for sharing, Chris.
Absolutely.
All right, one more before we get teleported. Anybody else have burning information they want to share?
I could jump in from our group, a couple of things, especially with later stage investments, a history of cash flow and showing that the business has actual success so far. And then a couple silly things, but actually real for working with partners is timely responses to emails, ability to write concisely and convincingly is also really important in picking who you work with.
Fantastic. Who would have thought actually getting back to people was an important thing to do? If you hang around me enough, you'll hear me say the way we do one thing is the way we do everything. And certainly that can be true of responding to emails. Well, thank you everyone for sharing. Kelly, are you ready to take us into our next group?
You give me 20 more seconds. Yes.
All right. How about one more share then?
Our group had a really productive talk, kind of building off of what Chris Host talked about with like product market fit and the different risks, how we'd rather take on product fit at one point and market fit at another, depending on the stage of investment.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool.
It's important to consider. Okay. So this is fantastic. Kelly, you ready?
Hello. Hey, Herb, I'm going to send you onward to a room, okay? Have fun. And Leanne, watching here. Great. Hey, welcome back.
I hit the button too early.
Oops, hovering.
Yeah, that's okay. They were having a great conversation. I meant to move it and I hit it.
That's all good. Are you having a good time? Does it seem like people are having fun?
Yeah, the amount of time is tricky. It's so short to introduce everybody and get to the question, but that's the way it is. Yeah. Hi there.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh. Hey, good to see you again, Daniel K.
Yeah, good to see you, Kelly.
Hey.
You still having sushi?
Oh man, like 3 times a week. Yeah.
Oh man, if only there was a place out here.
Hello.
Welcome back, everybody. How are you liking this lightning round networking we're doing? It's kind of like high energy. I kind of like it. So it is too fast. I will
It's
admit
interesting.
that.
Yeah, it's good.
And we are going to stay for one more breakout session, so you are welcome to stay. Again, totally optional. We understand if you got to go. So let's do a quick round robin here on what we learned when we talked about what the biggest gaps in clean tech were today.
I can kick things off for my group. We had a great chat going and then it got cut off, but something that's really interesting is the need for holistic frameworks. And I think that goes for the entire sustainability industry, but specifically we were starting to talk about within this focus area. So really interesting stuff there.
Thank you, Rebecca.
From our side,
I'll piggyback off of that. Our group talked in similar format where there's really this gap in implementing pilot projects and hardware and infrastructure and how do we make that happen and just how much policy is lagging behind, and maybe a carbon tax could help a lot of things.
Totally same here. Our group discussed the reluctance for investors to support projects that hadn't really been proven in the real world, but also like the necessary need for products to be proven in the real world in order to get funded. So there's this gap between that initial trial pilot phase in order to even get funding, but needing funding to even get there, which is a bit of catch-22 and a definite gap in the market.
Yeah, I can go off of Ellie's comment. We had someone say that there's a lot of interest in funding early stage clean tech, but late stage there's less and less investment there. Also, there's some opportunities to get into storage of electricity. That is an area that's largely untapped. And also someone in the real estate industry mentioned that a lot of real estate doesn't know about clean tech and doesn't really know the opportunities there. And there's a lot of opportunities for education and just helping them understand the benefits of investing in clean tech, whether that's lowering your operating expenses or monetizing your building. So.
Yeah,
Love
and
it.
our group talked about the diversity and the gaps in diversity, and and the education that's lacking. So basically the policy and consumer science knowledge, even the government can help with the proper science. So two things: gaps in diversity and education.
Great.
I just wanted to it's John at Greenleaf. I wanted to let Theo know that we actually manage a software company that optimizes energy storage, intelligent generation. And I wanted to let Leah know on policy, we're actually working on domestic and international carbon tax and dividend policy, vetting it around the world to inform that. It's on our website, Greenleaf Advisors, if you want to go there.
Well, thank you, John.
Cool. Thank you.
Kelly, how much more time do you need? You're good? All right, beam us up.
Hey, Jeff, I like your background. It looks real. Oh, I lost him. No, you're here with me, Jeff. I can see you there. Haha, you're
I'm
stuck with me.
upstairs. So
What did you say?
yeah, is it choppy?
It is a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, my connection seemed to have gotten worse.
Hey, Judy. Let me do a sound test on you and I'll send you on.
Hey.
Perfect. Perfect, Judy. What's your lucky number between 1 and 17?
15.
15, you got it. Have a good time. All right, so she'll head out, Jeff, and then we can just, is your connection good? It's choppy, huh? Yeah. Um, hmm.
Let's see if that helps.
You can always just hang out with me, Jeff. Oh, Judy, are you stuck here? Hmm.
We lost Judy, huh?
Well, I kicked her out. You're still in the main hub room. I'm happy to move you to a room if you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
But you were having technical difficulties, so I didn't want to send you in and be
Oh.
a disruptor, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But happy to send you. Have a good time.
Oh, yeah. All right. No, it worked.
I think we got here a little sooner than the others. Oh, there's everyone else.
Hey, Sarah.
What's up? What's up?
They didn't have lemonade.
Open.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a fruitful time in your third breakout session. We're going to take a quick 5 minutes. So how about 5 speakers to share what they discussed in their breakout session before we let you all go. And if you haven't put your LinkedIn profile in the chat, I highly encourage you to do so, because otherwise people are not going to be able to find you. And the whole point of this is networking and connecting people together, because at the end of the day, my business coach, Julian Adler, would say, the only thing that matters is between people. So you need to know as many people as possible.
That's a good one, Lisa Ann. I'll just talk about a couple. We talked about CO2 methane into animal feed, pretty exciting. And also infrastructure as a service, and particularly talking kind of about the bioreactors as a service piece. We also talked a lot about COVID and how, how to rethink the supply chain and how we have to adapt that much quicker. So those are a couple ones. The other one was zero mass water, in particular, turning hydro panels into water.
Cool.
We talked, this is Molly, we talked about electrification and how it's going to have a lot of political ramifications, probably far beyond what people are currently imagining. We talked about how large corporations getting on board with trying to have an impact in this area in the energy, green, clean area would have an impact on capital flowing and national policy instead of diversified state policies. And we talked about how renewables right now have a disadvantage of not having had some of the baked in fossil fuel types of support that have been legislated for fossil fuels, and how it would be useful if there were more baked in long-term support in a similar way.
Thank you. 3 more.
In our group, we talked about how EVs kind of have all of the sex appeal in the clean tech world, and how it'd be great if other industries could kind of like adopt some of the marketing that EV companies have adopted to make it kind of more mainstream. And then on the technology side, we had a lot of interest in industries that we called secret polluters. So industries like the textile industry, food processing, and shipping, both kind of like from China to the US, as well as locally between the ports and distribution warehouses, how there are some companies kind of focusing on these niche markets for secret polluters.
Thank you, Melanie.
Our group talked about how there's now more risk-tolerant capital that's out there, that consumer demand is now kind of a real thing, and that the rise of ESG in corporations and their renewable commitments, that's really starting to drive some real change across the board. And that even the investment houses having a little bit more of the ESG in their governance is really starting to make a difference in how people are thinking about this and how capital is moving.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Our group talked about plastics, about geothermal. We also spent a fair amount of time talking about different types of fuel, how hydrogen would be great, but has significant upfront costs in infrastructure and policy, while drop-in fuels like biofuel have an easier path to market.
And our group talked a lot about food. So, the supply chain is really complicated. How do we create processes that extend food life? New ways to do carbon capture, extending the root systems. And a fact that I found really interesting is that, even though a lot of people are really scared about the economy right now, people are also really concerned about their health. So organic food is still growing, even though people have insecure incomes. So great.
Thank you. Yeah, in our group, we talked a little bit about sort of, you know, the silver lining of COVID, and we talked about a lot of things. But one thing that really struck me was this idea that, you know, people watched the world change very dramatically, and so no longer was there any excuses. I'm sorry, we can't focus on climate change. There's just no money to do that, right? Money was, you know, appeared overnight. And people have witnessed dramatic change happen very quickly when there is a will to do so. And we've seen that in the social justice movement with the BLM. And I would like to see that again. And I hope that we can see that within the climate change movement as well. There's truly no excuse anymore for taking action. And on that note, I think it is time for us to adjourn. Thank you all so much for staying with us and enjoying this basically speed networking experience here. I know you didn't get a chance to meet everybody that you hoped to, but please do save the chat. I do believe we will also be saving the chat. And also Sue's slides, I do believe will be shared. Sue, you can correct me if I'm wrong there.
Yes.
Thank you. And so at least you'll have a little cheat sheet of all the investors that were on this call. And please, you know, link in with us, join us on the newsletter. We put that in the chat for you. And we look forward to seeing you at another event. And if you want to become a virtual member, let us know and we'll give you that reimbursement. So thank you all so much for joining us, and we hope you have a pleasant evening.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. See you.
Bye-bye.